Another threat that President Obama mentioned was ISIS. Well, who on earth armed them? Who helped to arm the Syrians that were fighting against Assad? Who created the necessary political climate that facilitated this situation? Who pushed for the delivery of arms to the area? Do you really not understand as to who is fighting in Syria?
Ramadi, the loss of Ramadi is the tactical setback the president speaks of. So let's just take a look at the maps. This is December 2014, the red is areas, here's Syria, you see the border, here's Iraq. Red is areas fully controlled by ISIS. Yellow, areas where ISIS has significant support. Now look, that's then, December 2014. Here's now, May 2015. A lot more yellow and a little bit more red. President makes the case there have been other gains that you wouldn't see on the maps. Republicans say this is proof that at a minimum, ISIS is not in retreat. And if you stretch that out a little bit,
the U.S. has been condemning the Islamic State activities, but unfortunately has not been able to stop the funding of these organizations, which is being routed through the U.S. This report raises so many questions. First of all, is al-Salafi telling the truth? If he is, does this make U.S. banks complicit in funding terrorists? And another one, were U.S. authorities aware of this? It's no secret that just a little over a year ago, fighting ISIS was not a priority for the U.S. Washington was focused on trying to remove Bashar Assad from power. We now hear that President Obama will ask Congress for $5.3 billion to equip and train Iraqi soldiers and quote-unquote moderate Syrian rebels to fight the Islamic State militants.
Already, the meeting in the White House over 2 years ago, everyone in the National Security Team recommended arming ISIS.
Was moving too slowly, but the fall of Ramadi has galvanized the Iraqi government. So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes. Was moving too slowly, but the fall of Ramadi has galvanized the Iraqi government. So with the additional steps I ordered last month, we're speeding up training of ISIL forces, including volunteers from Sunni tribes.
I am concerned about this report about Syrian rebels and the ceasefire with ISIS. Senator
But that's
Paul,
not true.
Well,
it's not true.
It's not true.
Whether I don't care about the report. I know these people intimately. We talk to them all the time. I know these people intimately. We talk to them all the time.
It's a disaster, and here's the thing. We've been funding people who are allied with ISIS. ISIS is stronger because we've been funding Islamic rebels in Syria. It's a big mistake. It's a big mistake.
I mean, let's remember here, the people we are fighting today, we funded 20 years ago. We funded.
They're attacking the very guys who we want to see topple Assad. You would let American planes just continue to pass them and let them do that?
No, but I might do what we did in Afghanistan many years ago to give those guys the ability to shoot down those planes. That equipment is available.
Who would be shooting them down?
The Free Syrian Army, just like the Afghans shot down the Russian. No, just like the Afghans shot down Russian planes after Russia invaded Afghanistan. But a Russian general show up at our embassy in Baghdad an hour before it starts. And what's the first target? The people we are supporting in arming and training and equipment. what better way to stick their thumb in our eye?
General Austin, when Senator Carter was here before this committee in July, he testified that there were only about 60 Syrian fighters that had been trained in our train and equip program and reinserted. We've heard reports about the attacks on those individuals when they were reinserted back into Syria. Can you tell us what the total number of trained fighters remains?
It's a small number, and the ones that are in the fight is we're talking four or five. So.
Russian disinformation.
Russian lying.
Information aggression.
This Russian propaganda has the potential to destabilize NATO members.
They're doing things against us, and they are winning.
We are in an information war, and we are losing that war.
They're spending huge amounts of money putting out information that other people understand in other countries, and we're not.
The idea that there should be a network reaching people which does not repeat the U.S. propaganda system is intolerable.